Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about what is up with ignorant tattoos. I recently posted this poll on my Instagram story. I like doing these from time to time to see what you guys think about different tattoo styles. I think it's really fun, but this poll specifically had a lot of you asking me the question, what are ignorant tattoos? So I thought that we would talk about that today. The ignorant tattoo style is definitely relatively newer, and I feel like you know it when you see these type of tattoos, but I only recently found out what they're called. And there's actually a pretty interesting history about these tattoos and their commentary on popular tattooing. So let's dive in and discuss what is up with ignorant tattoos. On first glance, you might think that these tattoos just kind of suck. And honestly, I thought the exact same thing when I saw them. But now that I understand these tattoos and I understand the reason that people choose to tattoo like this, I do consider it more of a very interesting and expressive art form as a critique of popular tattooing. Ignorant tattoos are usually simple designs. They're mostly black line work without any color. These tattoos are very reminiscent of sketchbook designs, graffiti art, and cartoon-like drawings. They definitely remind me of those kind of doodle drawings that kids will do in their school notebooks when they're bored in class. They tend to have a very DIY look because things you tend to consider as markers of good tattoos, like straight lines or cohesive designs, aren't really relevant to the ignorant style of tattooing. The subject matter of ignorant tattoos tends to be ironic and very tongue-in-cheek. I feel like a good way to describe these tattoos is weird, and that's not to say that that's a bad thing. Weird doesn't always mean bad, but these tattoos are just very different from most tattoo styles. The ignorant style seems to have been inspired in part by the neo-expressionist art from the 1980s. With incredibly influential artists like Jean-Michel Basquiat. Fun fact about Basquiat is that this untitled painting by him is one of the most expensive paintings ever purchased, and in May of 2017 it sold for $110.5 million. Damn. The ignorant style we are familiar with today in tattoos was pioneered, and the term was coined by French graffiti artist Fuzi. Fuzi developed this ignorant style initially as graffiti in the 90s with his crew called UV standing for ultra-violent. In an interview with Complex magazine, Fuzi is quoted to say, "Ignorant style was based on how graffiti looked in the beginning in NYC, and it was meant to look like it was made by a child who is just learning the art form, naive but pure. Ignorant style is a reaction to the standardization of graffiti." So the graffiti style emerged from Fuzi and the other UV members seeing a standardization or generalization of graffiti art, where it all tended to look the same and there were certain rules that you were supposed to abide by. The group rejected this idea and created art that had no rules or boundaries. And Fuzi emphasizes that the art is more about the meaning than it is about the technique. So Fuzi started tattooing in 2002. And he says that he doesn't see his tattooing as different from any other art that he creates, whether it be graffiti or a painting. He says that tattooing is just another medium and he's not trained as a tattoo artist. I see the ignorant tattoo style more as an artistic movement against popular tattoo culture. If you think about how popular tattooing has become in the last 20 years, there definitely is a standardization to tattooing. Each style has its top artists who are praised for mastering the specific art form that they tattoo. Ironically, there are ignorant tattoo artists who are really popular and praised for the ignorant style of tattooing they do, but that's just a little bit too meta to get into, so we'll just leave it there. In general, ignorant tattooing rejects the idea of standardization and perfection, and questions our needs for rules within an art form. The ignorant tattoo style can definitely be a wide range of things, and the whole point is that there's not one way to tattoo in the ignorant style. But the term that comes to my mind when I see certain ignorant tattoos is the term shock art. According to the publication Discovering Art, What is Shock Art by Brianna Blanks, shock art is contemporary art that incorporates disturbing imagery, sounds, or scents to create a shocking experience. It's a way to disturb smug, complacent, and hypocritical people. Shock art is art that is purposefully made to surprise viewers and intended to offend. While not all ignorant tattoos can be described as shock art, I think some definitely can. Because tattoos are permanent, there is an element of shock when someone decides to get an ignorant design that strays away from the idea of creating something that is meant to look good, as it will be on your body forever. There's one tattoo artist in particular who I think really embodies the term shock art, and that is the tattoo artist Autochrist. You may have heard of Autochrist, as he is pretty heavily critiqued in the tattoo community for what he does. A lot of Autochrist tattoos I won't be able to show in this video. You can look him up if you choose to, but I would urge you to proceed with caution, as a lot of what he tattoos is very shocking and it is disturbing to some viewers. Many people think that what Autochrist tattoos shouldn't be on people's bodies. Now, Autochrist is very popular online, and he is popular for the obscurity of his tattoos. People seek him out to get these tattoos to look like this. There's not really any attention paid on the way that the line work looks or the way the design looks, and it's really just about that obscure image on the body. Autochrist was interviewed by Andrew Stortz on the podcast Books Closed. On the podcast, Autochrist says that he really does not take his tattooing seriously at all. He said that he just does a lot of crazy things and he just sees if people will get them tattooed or not. And he does not put a lot of emphasis on the tattoo, but he does put emphasis on the meaning of the tattoo. Now, Autochrist is definitely the most extreme form of this type of tattooing. And there are many tattoo artists out there that are tattooing in the ignorant style, but do not go to the extreme that Autochrist does. There's one page on Instagram that showcases a variety of different types of ignorant tattoo styles, and that is at ignorant_tattoos. This page was really helpful for me when I was doing research for this video because they actually provide a lot of educational information about the ignorant tattoo style as well. So if you are interested, I would definitely recommend checking out this page. Some tattoo artists even take the idea of ignorant tattooing in this sketchbook / graffiti design style with ironic imagery, and they actually tattoo really well. So an example of this is tattoo artist Tausend, who tattoos in Germany. His Instagram is at Tausend Tattoos. He tattoos a variety of ironic symbols and designs in this sketchbook doodle style, but he does really good designs in terms of composition and line work. A lot of his designs do have an ironic imagery or phrase attached to them, and it's a little bit different from your typical tattoo style. This next tattoo artist is really similar to the last one, and they are Kibas Barcelona. They tattoo in Barcelona, and they do similar type of ignorant style tattoos, but it seems like there's actually some design elements there and attention paid to making the tattoo really clean. I really like these tattoos. They definitely are ironic. Some are punny, like this catfish one, but overall these are some pretty good tattoos. But that's all I have for you guys today on what is up with ignorant style tattoos. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this tattoo style. Do you like it? Do you think it's just a little bit too much? Let me know what you think. But if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you have, leave me this emoji in the comments so that I know that you are a real one. Bye guys.